Namaste. There's a very beautiful quote that goes like, the best classroom in the world is at the feet of an elderly person. Yeah, welcome to a very new podcast. Here I am going to interview Professor M C Agarwal, who also happens to be my grandfather. My name is Jaideep. This interview was recorded on an evening of March 24th. You will hear me conversing with Bauji, as he is fondly called as, Professor M C Agarwal. He will share his story on living last 90 years with so much love, gratitude, and a lot of achievements, including a very special double MA degree in geography and economics, which is a rarity. You will also hear him talk about his travels, his admiration to Haridwar, to looking after his four children, his family, and of course his love towards reading books. I hope you enjoy this podcast. Here we go.
थैंक यू।
मैं सबसे पहले यहाँ से शुरू करूँगा
हम्म,
जहाँ पे मुझे कहा गया कि 2 मई 1930
हाँ,
in Mirapur you were born. So I am assuming जब आपका schooling जो initial days है, और I think even 1947 when India became independent,
हम्म,
I am curious to know आपका इसका कुछ memory है आपके साथ? Do you know anything that has happened? Report how was your schooling?
इनिशियली शुरू में मुजफ्फरनगर नई मंडी में प्राइवेट स्कूल थे, उनमें मैं पढ़ा। फिर उसके बाद मैंने गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में दाखिला लिया 6ठी क्लास में, और 6ठी से 10वीं तक मैंने जो है गवर्नमेंट स्कूल से ही एजुकेशन ली। इसके बाद मुजफ्फरनगर में ही इंटर कॉलेज था, 2 कॉलेज थे वहाँ, डीएवी और एसडी। एसडी में मैंने लिया, वहाँ से फिर 12वीं की 48 में।
अच्छा।
46 में 10th किया था, 48 में 12th किया। उसके बाद चूँकि मुजफ्फरनगर में कोई डिग्री कॉलेज नहीं था उस टाइम, इसीलिए मुझे मेरठ आना पड़ा। मेरठ में मेरठ कॉलेज था, उसमें मैंने बीकॉम में एडमिशन लिया, और 50 में मैंने फिर वो बीकॉम पास की।
अच्छा।
इसके बाद फिर मैंने कानपुर में एसडी कॉलेज में एडमिशन लिया एमकॉम में, और 1952 में मैंने फिर एमकॉम किया। उसके बाद फिर मैंने एक प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूट में सर्विस की फॉर 4 years।
अच्छा, ये 52 to 56।
56। और इस दौरान मैंने एज टीचर एमए इन ज्योग्राफी भी किया।
तो काम करते करते आपने पैरेलली सीखा?
पैरेलली।
ओके।
और उसके बाद फिर
तो आप कानपुर में ही थे जब पैरेलली आप पढ़ रहे थे?
हाँ,
अच्छा अच्छा। एम कॉम के साथ आपने एमए किया ज्योग्राफी में?
ज्योग्राफी।
अच्छा अच्छा।
56 में किया एमए इन ज्योग्राफी। फिर 3 साल एक कॉलेज में सर्विस की यूपी में।
ओके। कानपुर में ही था ये?
हाँ, नहीं कानपुर में नहीं था, मुजफ्फरनगर में। इसके बाद 59 में मैंने फिर ज्वाइन किया वेस्ट कॉलेज रोहतक। वेस्ट कॉलेज रोहतक ज्वाइन किया।
और वहाँ पे आपने क्या क्या पढ़ा रहे थे आप वहाँ पे?
वेस्ट कॉलेज रोहतक में कॉमर्स डिपार्टमेंट था।
ओके।
तो क्योंकि मैं कॉमर्स में भी था, ज्योग्राफी में भी था।
अच्छा, दोनों पढ़ा रहे?
दोनों पढ़े। एक पेपर हुआ करता था वहाँ पर ज्योग्राफी का भी, वो पढ़ा। लेकिन मुझे वहाँ के कुछ कल्चर पसंद नहीं है। रोहतक की।
इनफैक्ट तब तक तो आपका शादी भी हो चुका था एंड आपका आई थिंक टू सन तो हो चुके थे शायद ना।
हाँ, जब मैं रोहतक गया था
हम्म
तो 4 बच्चे थे।
चारों बच्चे थे, अच्छा। हम्म
तो वहाँ से फिर मैं
हम्म
61 में
हम्म
आया मेरठ,
ओके
1961।
ओके।
1961 में आई ज्वाइंड मेरठ कॉलेज,
हम्म
not commerce department
हम्म
but geography department,
अच्छा।
because there was no vacancy in commerce department.
हाँ, तो फायदा हो, दोनों मास्टर डिग्री है था।
उससे फायदा हो गया।
हम्म
From 61
हम्म
to 65
हम्म
I worked in geography department in Meerut College, Meerut.
हम्म
Then perchance
हम्म
in May
हम्म
I was told that there is a vacancy in Delhi University Shri Ram College of Commerce,
अच्छा, दिस इज 65।
65.
ओह ओके। हम्म
I was referred by
हम्म
a colleague of mine,
हम्म 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 हम्म
and they required a man who is having these degrees,
हाँ,
that
dual
is
degree।
geography
हाँ,
and commerce.
वैसे बहुत लोग के पास नहीं होता है दोनों।
It was very rare,
हम्म
only a few persons.
पर आपने कैसे सोचा कि आपको ज्योग्राफी भी करना है एमकॉम के बाद? नॉर्मली एमकॉम के बाद वैसे काफी कम लोग करते
Uh,
हैं।
I thought that chance will increase.
एंड यू लाइक ज्योग्राफी?
And fortunately, I got second division in
हाँ
geography as well.
हाँ हाँ, अच्छा, दोनों में।
Then, when I was told
हम्म
that there is a vacancy in Shri Ram College of Commerce,
हम्म
and they require a man who is having both these degrees,
हम्म
because he has to lecture
हम्म
in one paper
हम्म
known as World Resources and Trade.
ओ वर्ल्ड,
Resources
हाँ
and
एंड
Trade.
ट्रेड। अच्छा, इसमें दोनों कॉमर्स भी आ गया और
नहीं, इसमें
हम्म
geography से संबंधित है.
अच्छा ओके।
And along with that,
हम्म
I have to teach accounts.
ओ
That is a paper in commerce.
ओके।
So I came to attend the interview.
हम्म
I attended the interview, but as I was not feeling well, so after giving interview, I came back to Meerut
अच्छा।
without knowing whether I am selected or not. Because after all, I was serving in Meerut College, and Meerut College used to be the topmost college in UP. Then I was informed by Shri Ram College that you are selected and you can join.
इसमें सैलरी भी इंक्रीज हुआ था जब आपने
in
स्टार्टेड?
in Meerut College, there used to be grade of 250 to 500.
ओके ओके। एंड इन रोहतक व्हेन आपने जब काम किया तब कितना?
In 175 to 350.
वहाँ से आपका हो गया 250 टू 500
500
रुपीस।
rupees. And in Shri Ram College, that is in Delhi University, the grade was 400 to 800. So after a gap of 20 days, receiving the information that I am selected, ultimately I joined. And from 65 to 95, I worked in Shri Ram College, 30 years.
Oh, wow.
And I retired in the month of May 95.
तो रिटायरमेंट एज 65 था?
No, yes. नहीं, then Delhi University used to give after 60 years two extensions, one of 3 years, and after 3 years, another of 2 years.
Oh, okay. That's why it went 65 years.
I retired in 65. Along with college, I worked in Delhi University examination branch from 1974 to 1995. Initially in Delhi, we used to live in Model Town. And in 1974, I was allotted flat in the campus. So we shifted to campus. So from there, I started to work in Delhi University as well. Along with that, from 67, I worked in Central Board of Education, Delhi, as well, in the secrecy department. And there also I worked up to 1995. In 1995, and during this course, what happened in Delhi University, I wrote a book. Not only one, 3 books I wrote. One for Maharashtra, another for Delhi Board, another book for Delhi University. 2 on geography, 1 of world resources and trade. Okay. I worked a lot, and as I have having a lot of experience, so my book flourished, but the publishers did not give me enough remuneration. Unfortunately, in 1974, as I came to the campus, I got a chance to work in Delhi University examination branch. So from 1974 to 1995, I worked there, and in the board as well. Okay.
You were also a hostel warden, I remember.
Yes.
You sharing stories about.
Perhaps in 1984, the management, that is the governing body president and the principal, asked me to be the warden as well. But I did not relish the idea because they were giving nothing as remuneration, only the koti as accommodation. So initially I refused. But when they insisted, then I said that at least 2 conditions you will exceed. One was that you will reimburse the charges of my telephone, because there was no telephone in the hostel in those days. Therefore, if some parents give a call or some student need a call, then I will have to allow him, and therefore you will have to reimburse. And second condition was that nobody will interfere in my management. And so in university, there was a 4-year terms for this post. So I worked as warden for 4 years. After 4 years, then for 2 years, they appointed me as bursar as well. Bursar means the financial management. Okay. That is only with my signature on the check, along with the principal, the payment can be made to the party. So for 2 years I was as bursar as well. And in 1995, then I came to this place, Rajendra. And I married all my 4 children in Delhi University when I was in the campus.
You taught for so many years and also multiple roles and responsibilities along with hostel. I'm sure there are many stories that you can recollect. Some of your favorite moments, some of your student stories. Maybe would you like to share some of them, whatever comes to you?
As I used to work in the university, in the examination branch, in the secrecy department, there used to be near about 12 teachers of different colleges. And they used to ask me what you will do after retirement. I told them that I will not do any service, any paid assignment. My pension is sufficient because all my children are set up. Therefore, I don't need any money. So when I came to Rajendra Sai Baba, initially I thought that I must do something to engage myself. So I circulated a paper through these newspapers, vendors, that I will teach students from 11th to BCom, 1 or 2 subjects, free of charge. So from 1996 and up to 2002, I taught students in 2 groups, one in the morning, one in the evening, free of charge. In 2002, my wife expired. After that, I was very much dejected and I left this tuition work. And I used to pass my time at my home. And my program was that I used to go in the morning for walking. Otherwise, I used to be at my residence from morning till night. And even today, this is my schedule. I live there. A servant is there. The same servant which was employed in 1995 when I came to. That very servant is working with me. She is doing all job, and I am living there. But along with this, what I learnt there, when I came to one aspect which I am bringing to you, that has become a way of life to me. From 1974, I used to go to about a place near Delhi University. It's for a walk.
Okay, it's like a green area.
जो आपको दिखा था. In the morning, I used to go there. There I used to meet professors, teachers, and general public as well. I observed after some time, that is after only a few months, a buzurg, a man, old man, was distributing churn. For a couple of days, I thought that I should also do this thing.
This was in 70s.
No, sir, not 70. 74. Okay. Fortunately, my brother-in-law, eldest brother-in-law, that is Dijaji, used to be the Kirana wholesaler in Nagina. We used to go there in their children's marriage. So I asked him that please tell me some items which I may mix and I may prepare churn and I will also distribute. Initially, he told me that why you will waste money, I will give you the material. These are the things which you will prepare. But after all, it was not possible to bring those things from there. So after a couple of months, then I used to purchase those items from Khari Bavli, Delhi. And we used to prepare the chura. I distributed this item from 1975 up to 1995.
Every morning.
Every morning. But when I came here in Saibabad, there was a problem. What to do? Because there was no garden, no place to walk. But after a couple of months, there was a place where some people used to come for a walk. I also began to go there. When there was no proper place, then a manager of a bank in DAV school in front of that place, he requested the principal of the college to allow us to have a walk in the college in the morning. We did it for 1 year. After 1 year, that place was fortunately converted into Lohia Park, a very good garden. And so from that time, I am going there.
And you give children there also?
No. Here, there I used to meet a lot of people because I used to have a full tin of this tour. Here was hardly 5 or 6 persons. So what to distribute? So I discontinued it. But perchance, in 1996, because here I shifted in 1995, after a few months, I will tell you, I was purchasing from the shops, the grocery, that is the material which is used in the house. Fortunately, he was not having the 2 rupees coin. He said to me, please have this biscuit packet of 2 rupees of parle. I thought that I can give it to those persons. In those days, there used to be a lot of construction activity from my house to the Lohia Park. So I arranged this biscuit. I bring a packet, containment of near about 200 packets, and used to distribute those children and persons who are working at the construction site. Since that time, that is from 1996, I am distributing it. But after some time, an idea came to my mind that I can also help them in monetary terms as well to them. And for this, I thought that whatever my children, particularly youngest child, Tony, they might doing a lot of charity, I know it, but I thought there's something also I must have from them. So for the last, I can say 5 or 6 years, I asked him to arrange the 2 rupees coin and 5 rupees coin. And on every morning till today, I distribute 2 rupees coin nearly 40, 30, 40, 35. And on Saturday, I give 5 rupee coin only on Saturday. Why on Saturday? Because I came to know near about 2 or 3 years back only In Khetan school outskirts, there is a temple, and there sits near about 5, 6, 10 Kodi. So I came to know this thing. Then I decided that I must come on every Saturday here also, and I must give them biscuits along with this 5 rupee coin. So to others also, I gave rupee 5 coin to them. Not only this, as far as charity is concerned, in winter, not now because now there is not much construction, but in those days, near about 5 years back, there used to be a lot of construction in that was in this Rajendra. So on Friday, I used to purchase clothes, old clothes of good condition, taking into consideration the children's size, and I distributed them as well. But now as this phenomena has declined, now I am having only the chance to give them this money and biscuit.
Yes, I remember I was with you in Haridwar
Uh,
and we were giving coins in Haridwar also. With that, you have been to Haridwar, and I think I also know that you love going to book fairs and
uh,
also the trade fairs,
uh,
and you have been doing this for so many years.
so many. Because I think that God has given me a lot from a humble life. Fortunately, I am to this position. And not only I am to this position, my children are now well off. Otherwise, I was only a teacher in a college. At 175 rupees per month, I started in West College. So I thought whatever I can to the community, I must.
Learned that you learned to drive only when after you retired. Before that, you were doing either walking or cycling.
Initially, what happened as far as this driving is concerned, there was no proper arrangement of movement from Rajendra Nagar to Delhi University. So I thought what I should do.
पर उसके पहले आप जब कॉलेज में थे you never.
Never I used to have a cycle.
From Rohtak or
No, in Delhi.
in Rohtak and Meerut you are.
In Meerut, I was having a cycle
Okay.
because the distance from my residence to Delhi was near about 2 kilometers. So I must have a cycle. So I purchased a cycle. I joined Meerut College. When I shifted to this place, Rajendra Nagar, I used to have that very cycle because from the college I used to go to the university on bicycle. Till I retired, I was having a bicycle. I feel that I must have something so that I can go to the university or to Bauta sometime. Fortunately, a student who used to come for coaching, he told that you can have a bike, which is very simple and hardly costing in those days near about 20,000 only. I purchased that. And on that, sometimes on Sunday, I used to go to Bafta on that bike. And on sometimes I used to go to college on that bike as well. And I kept it, that bike. And on that bike also, I used to come to Gitanjali as well. After some time, Tony gave me his car. They don't come on this bike.
Use the car.
He gave me a car. He purchased a new one. He gave me the old one to me. but I was not driving. I had never driven the car. Somehow I learned the driving. I got a license as well. Not only after retirement, but after the first time they asked both of us, myself and my wife, to accompany them to Europe. But my wife refused that I will not go. So I did not. After their expiry, as I was living alone, they planned for this USA. At that time, I agreed because I was having my passport as well. Okay. So I had a tour of near about 24 or 25 days with my children
And grandchildren.
and grandchildren and enjoyed a lot. After that, after 2 or 3 years, they asked me to come to Greece as well. So I agreed and I enjoyed Greece as well. But now my health does not allow me.
But you made a
To-
recent trip to Trivandrum also.
Trivandrum. Though still internally, I may tell you frankly, still now, if someone agree, my granddaughter or you as well, agree to accompany me, still I have a inner desire to have those very places which I have covered in India.
Like
Rameshwaram.
Rameshwaram. Okay.
I have a great feeling that I must go for Rameshwaram.
You like Haridwar also.
Hardwork, you will wonder. As far as Hardwar is concerned, I may tell you. Perhaps from I started to go Hardwar when we were two, that is myself and my wife. Initially, we must have gone either in 1956 or 57. After a gap of 2-3 years, again we got a chance and we used to go there. With my family also, in summer, every year in summer vacation, with my children, I used to go there. Because there were two things. I used to get good accommodation for free. A nice accommodation. Used to get to free. And secondly, those days were very simple and cheap. And my wife used to prepare the meals at Hardwar because we used to have a kitchen also and utensils also. Only we will have to purchase the raw material. So fine accommodation we used to have. Perhaps I must have gone to Hardwar for years. Only after the death of my wife in 2002, I did not go there every year. Otherwise, myself and my wife used to go there and live there for 10 days, 15 days. There was good accommodation and good food in market because that was not very costly. I do remember that hardly in 5 rupees we used to get good meals. Now you cannot have in 5 rupees a glass of lassi. But still, if someone agree, my family member, I am willing to take him or her and to go to Hardwar.
So I just have last two questions, and we will wrap it. So the first question would be, how would you like to be remembered?
A humble man, a simple fellow, did not much for the society. But whatever I could do for the society, I did, I think. And on account of that, I reached to this place that I started a service of 175. And after retirement, perhaps I may get now 90,000 as my pension. So on account of those very good things, or I can say my inner desire, I could reach to this place. And fortunately, all my 4 children are well settled. This is the greatest thing. All the 4 children are well settled.
Yes, and you are also keeping good health. That is beautiful.
Not now I am having a good health. I am very weak.
Last question. What are you most grateful for?
I am most grateful to God that He gave me first the children, good great grandchildren. I am fully satisfied with them. And in nearly 90 years, I am going to be 90 years very soon. I am having at least the health that I can move easily. Otherwise, in these days, it is not possible a man of 90 to move. And because even now, the last thing I may tell you, I am having very little desires. So whatever I can do for the society, I am ready to do for the society financially or in other terms as well.
We are very grateful for your journey and sharing, and of course, the way you have raised everyone, and your students also will remember you fondly.
स्टूडेंट तो मैं आपको बताऊं, मेरे पढ़ाए हुए स्टूडेंट सब तो नहीं होते, लेकिन 10-5 ऐसे हैं आज भी जब मैं उनसे मिलता हूं तो बड़ी इज्जत देते हैं. एक स्टूडेंट है जिसको मैंने परहैप्स इन 1965 और 66 पढ़ाया होगा या 67 में पढ़ाया होगा बीकॉम में. आज तक वो मुझे याद करता है और he comes to me on every Diwali to me.
Wow.
उसके बच्चों की शादी हुई, आज तक मैं उसके यहाँ जाता हूँ.
Wow.
Another, there are only 2 students. Another one is from रोहतक. उसको भी मैंने रोहतक में पढ़ाया. रोहतक तो मैंने 61 में ही छोड़ दिया था. नहीं, हाँ 61 में छोड़ दिया था. तो 61 के बाद भी आज तक मेरे उससे संबंध हैं. He also comes to me generally on every Diwali. उसकी बताऊं बात, उस फॉर्चुनेटली उसके फादर और मदर की डेथ जल्दी हो गई थी. जल्दी तो नहीं हुई थी, शायद फादर नहीं थे, मदर जिंदा थी. जब उसकी शादी हुई तो मदर ने मुझसे कहा था कि अग्रवाल साहब आप ही ध्यान रखना इसका. तो मैं उसकी शादी तक करके लाया. उसका छोटा भाई है वो वहाँ है अबोर पंजाब में, उसकी शादी मैं करके लाया था. दोनों आज भी इतनी इज्जत देते हैं बेइंतहा. कम से कम ये 2 स्टूडेंट ऐसे हैं मेरे जो आज भी, वैसे तो खैर मेरे पढ़ाए वगैरह स्टूडेंट कहीं भी मिल जाएंगे तो वो खड़े हो जाएंगे. एक दफे की बात बताऊं मैं तुम्हें, 10 or 12 years बैक, जो सबसे बड़े वाला लड़का है बंद कर दिया होगा नहीं से तो
नहीं नहीं
नहीं से तो बंद कर दो बस.
हाँ.
It is off the record.
And the story went on. There's so much wisdom oozing out. I don't know if I can, give make justice, make peace with myself. Recording for just 40 minutes. There's so much stories, so many students, so many lives. This elder, my Bauji, Professor M C Agarwal, has impacted, and with every minute, uh, I am I'm hearing new things, newer aspects. Last few minutes have just been a blessing for me, and I hope you enjoyed listening as well. This is such a treasure, right? I am reminded of a famous Chinese proverb here that goes like, if a family has an elder person in it, it possesses a jewel. Isn't it true? I would love to hear your feedback, comments, appreciation, how to improve, or any suggestions that you would have, or any questions you would want to ask Bauji. Happy to be the mediator bridge between you and him. I would really appreciate if you could share this podcast with as many people, encourage others also to interview their elders. I can also be in service. I can come or do a call over video or over audio, whatever works, and help record the wisdom as much possible to my best of abilities. This is Jaideep signing off. You can catch all the beautiful stories like this podcast and interviews and videos shortly all over in a portal called knowyourstar.com, which was started by a few friends in 2012. It's been completely a not-for-profit initiative with the whole intention to share as many such journeys and life stories and careers and pathways, and talk about how we can improve on a daily basis. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.